What's good, YouTube? It's me, Jupiter, back at it going another video. So this is one I've sort of just had as an idea for the longest time, really. And that is my top 10 favorite Smash Bros. Characters. I've had this one in the bank since like mid-Smash 4. And I am so glad I did not do it back then, because my god. As for rules, it's only Smash Ultimate. That's the only real rule here. Nothing competitive, just what I personally like, which is going to be very obvious. Obligatory, this is my opinion, yada yada yada. And also be sure to subscribe. It helps me grow, and its commitment is low. I decided to script that out, and I don't know why. We're kicking it off with Dark Lord of Evil himself,
Ganondorf.
So I think Ganon can be summed up with a random nickname I came up with at some point. Captain Cassowary. That sounds very stupid, but I have an explanation for it. He's like Captain Falcon, except hits like a nuke but can't fly around as fast. Even though cassowaries can run at 50 km or 31 miles per hour. As for why I like Ganon, it's just the brutal intensity in every attack. From the massive sword swings to him literally choking or choke slamming anyone that gets too close. But really, the most intense are the moves where he just fucking decks you, like it's forward and down airs. Especially that down air, that's probably one of the most like intense moves in the game. Why is he only number 10 though? He's very hit and miss, and for someone like me, it's more often a miss. That's just to say I suck ass and usually end up killing myself. Killing yourself is viable as Ganon or Bowser if you're already winning. But yeah, genuinely, I think I like his up smash from Smash 4 better. Just the image of him kicking you in the jaw and sending your spine into space, that's just fun. Allow me to remind you, every Smash fan, of a simpler time, where you sit through 20 plus minutes of gaming news you sorta care about, in order to know who was coming next in the Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighter Pass. Or the second Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighter Pass, depending on what time you were watching. Of course, some got more fan-favorite than others. I had an asthma attack watching the Steve reveal. But every character ended up being a pretty fun addition. Except Min Min and Steve. So, the first of the Fighter Pass on this list, it's
Terry Bogard.
The magic of Smash Bros. Is making me like a character I only knew from Death Battle, and that includes Terry. He's just dumb fun. Main factor for that is just the great balance of strength and speed, and frankly the specials. Specifically Power Dunk and Kickback, I hope that's the right name. Every DLC fighter has had their own gimmick, except Byleth, I guess. And Terry's are two ultra powerful and very fun moves. Buster Wolf in particular is so good to land. There are faults with Terry, of course. Such as his other unique gimmick of two side specials. Now I like Kickback, but I've very commonly used the other special I didn't mean to when just trying to recover. Still, they made Terry feel great to play. And I cannot wait for this level of care and fun when they add a Soul Bad Guy in 20 years. Okay, so I like the original more.
Captain Falcon.
Despite my love for heavy characters, which you're going to see, trust me, Captain Falcon is a rush. It's exhilarating. You feel like you can do anything. As a fast fighter, it's all about getting up close and personal. Except you actually can do that, unlike Ganon. Every single approach made with Captain Falcon should be made with the full intent of just clowning on the enemies. When I'm Falcon, I'm a shitheel, and it's very fun. I especially love some of the hard hitters. Obviously the iconic Falcon Punch, but also its very quick up smash, the knee, which is devastating and incredible. Pair these up with great options like specials, particularly I really like using the up just as an attack, honestly. Some of the things holding Falcon back is that I haven't played him too much, and frankly, I just like the rest of the list more to me. Still, Captain Falcon is a Smash Bros. Legend for a reason. And speaking of up-close brawlers.
Me Brawler.
Okay, so this is probably the oddest to pick on the list, right? But hear me out. Me Brawler is sick as fuck, and I'm tired of pretending he's not. For the record, when I refer to Me Brawler, it's simply as Jesus Christ with shot put, suplex, soaring axe kick, and feint jump. Which of those, feint jump is easily my favorite. Same thing as Gavin Falcon, I feel like such a shithead, and it's so much fun. Me Brawler just weirdly feels violent, especially with the specials that I have, and as Jesus Christ. What would you prefer? Getting a shot put ball dropped on your skull, a suplex that's essentially an Azuna drop, or two different kicks. One of them is a flip that will hit you square in the face, or an axe kick hit you in the jaw and in the top of your head. Once you add in pretty much the same mix of speed and strength I felt from Terry, and obviously customizability, it just makes Me Brawler feel incredible. Now, are there any downsides? No. A second Fighter Pass character has hit the top 10, and it also marks the first character that doesn't punch people. Only took half the list. I didn't realize I had that pattern until now, but I guess I had to overcompensate the lack of swords.
Sephiroth.
Sephiroth, to me, is a mix of Ganon's sweeping attacks and Captain Falcon's I'm fucking invincible sense, in a way that I feel better at the game than I am for no particular reason. I swear, Sakurai intentionally made everything in Sephiroth's kit feel like the most disrespectful thing you can do, regardless of its power. From his sword attacks that span the width of Russia, to easily the most powerful feeling projectile, possibly special, with Giga Flare. That same mentality goes for his two other specials, using a counter next to a Goo Goo Gaga baby that should wither away in a ditch. There is no better fuck you, in my opinion at least, than Sephiroth's side B flinching someone as they come to attack. It's just a quick snap, and it's genuinely my most used Sephiroth move aside from recovery, which is either a quick recovery or practice for Dynasty Warriors. If you're in a Smash with more than 2 players, just throw out Octa Slash, even as approach, and it is a fast way to piss someone off and get close to killing them. So, in terms of extremely powerful, genetically created living super weapons, Sephiroth is only my second favorite.
Mewtwo.
Despite being the most talked about series on my channel, I've only ever clicked with 2 Pokemon in Smash Ultimate, but Mewtwo is a nice blend of movement and power. Mewtwo is far and away my best option in the air. He's got long range with all his aerials using his tail, and my personal favorite, just a quick slash you get from Psycho Cut. Once you back it up with a great projectile, a fun looking reflector slash stun. Reflectors are fine, but counters are for pussies. A quicker stun that is kind of hard to land, but it's very rewarding when you do. And then teleport, which it doesn't sound like much, but was really helpful against moves like Mario Forward Air, and Mario Flood, Mario Cape, and Mario. So a little fact about me is that I'm a very consistent person, which is my way of saying I barely do anything. An extra fact about me is I also love chaos and randomness.
Hero.
Yeah, this is the final member of the Fire Pass that is in the top 10. It's another one that I don't care for outside Smash, which holds true for almost all of them, except Joker, because I play a decent amount of their game, and specifically Pyra, because she's my wife in Tomodachi Life. That's not a joke, here's a picture of our kids. Back on track, let's just get this out of the way. Heroes Down B, the wide variety of options is so annoying, but so rewarding at the same time. Now outside the Down B wheel, but to be honest, the Down B wheel would have got him on the list regardless. Hero does still have some other good attacks, like their forward and back airs, and the Link dash attack, but it's the smashes that give just a bit more chaos to the most chaotic character so far. Adding criminal hits is a both fun and kind of confusing gimmick. I just find it odd that Hero was the first one to do it. The Hero Bow gets tied all up with other variable specials, all of which strong at their best, but never underwhelming. I personally am a fan of 2 charge side B. The full charge is a bit MP heavy. But yeah, that is a sort of problem. You're kind of low on options MP. But if you roll Kamikaze, then that is an option. And you have to take it. Dedede is the name you should know. Dedede, he's the king of the show. Yo, holler and hoot to give Kirby the boot. Dedede is the one. Yeah.
King Dedede.
Yeah, we're back to the big boys. King Dedede is the dumbest of dumb fucks, and I fucking love him. I'm a huge Dedede fan. In Smash, in the games, and definitely in the show. It's all about big swings, whether it's using his very slow forward smash, or high risk, high reward, falling over onto his face. It's a good kill move, what can I say? And a ridiculous multi-hit up air that I use like 90% of the time. Pair this with their specials of a reflector, a fun and again chaotic projectile, and a surprisingly great recovery, at least vertically. Down B is there too. Oh, and crouch. I suppose going by the trailer for this character, appearing right after Dedede is very fitting.
King K. Rool.
Game comes out, I play it for a bit in the day, but not too much. I'm hanging out with friends, with another one of our friends, and we're playing it all night. And I never felt so connected to a character that fast than when I played K. Rool. Being so tanky, strong, and weirdly quick when he runs, almost every attack with K. Rool I feel is just good. First is his unique golden belly. It's so pivotal when I'm rushing strong dash attacks and down smashes. Easily the best down smash of all to land. His other smash attacks are great too. Forward smash especially, just a quick punch with a boxing glove. Third, his specials. The blunderbars and crown are good projectiles, the crown giving super armor during the throw. Down B is another good reflector, and only reflector counters the direct equivalent to burning a forest. And up B is just another good vertical recovery, with the fans also stopping spikes from happening on occasion. Which, when spikes happen every 2 seconds, that's very, very useful. K. Rool came out of nowhere and quickly cemented their place as my second favorite of pretty much all time. I really hope he stays for the next game. So we're finally hit. Yeah, I'm not doing that bit again.
Donkey Kong.
I love to play DK. I like playing him since the tail end of Smash 4. All thanks to Super Smash Flash 2. I was playing Smash Flash 2 with friends. That was like the best activity to do for a time. And at some point, I picked up DK and fell in love. He was up there as one of my favorites, behind Monkey D. Luffy, and Naruto, and Isaac, and Black Mage. And then Waluigi came a bit later and he was also fun. He was up there, alright? DK embodies a lot of what I talked about thus far, and patterns I'm sure you've noticed. I should be better at explaining this, but I honestly can't. DK is just immaculate vibes regardless of the matchup. The intense clap of his smashes, the strong neutral punch, the tornado up special, and a bowling ball roll dash attack. That is all fun. There's something DK has that trumps all. DK forward aerial is as iconic for me as Mario forward aerial is. In fact, those two moves have essentially clashed so much that my friend's Mario versus my Donkey Kong is the classic battle. That's literally the phrase we use. We've done that one so many times. It's always so much fun. Bonus points for having the most fun custom moves in Smash 4. Please, Nintendo, bring back custom moves. I don't care if it's only one other custom per special. They were so cool and I loved using them. But also, if you do bring them back and make the way to actually collect them a lot easier, because my god, it was irritating. I only really got the specials for Paladinic and they gave me the end of the game. And Mario and DK still wanted to do it in order, but then I started not caring as much about Smash 4 when Smash Ultimate came out and when I was playing Smash Bros. 2, and then... And there you have my top 10 Smilers in Smash Ultimate. I hope you enjoyed enough to subscribe, because, frankly, there's no reason not to. And I'll leave by saying this. If I thought it counted, random would 100% be number 1. There's nothing fun than every player just going random, making do, and having a shit time. Anyway, this has been Jolpta. Catches.